from these reviews. Today we're going to take a look at the Trickerion, Legends of Illusion. We have the designer, Viktor.
Yes,
here.
hi.
Hello. Now, I'll give you the situation. I'm a really big guy from a big company, let's pretend that. And I want to make a deluxe version of this game, and I'm really interested in an overview of that. And now, sell me this game, so I will make the deluxe version definitely. Give me the overview that will make me feel like, oh, I really want, I'll grab that game right away.
All right.
So.
Okay, so, well, first of all, this is the only game that I know of that's about illusionists. that's the first thing I really wanted to tell, because and it's not even you know, some Euro games, especially worker placement games, fall into the mistake that they are just building up the game engine, building up the mechanics, and then the theme is kind of forced on the game. Now we try to avoid that mistake by finding out the theme right in the beginning, and we try to build up the game mechanics with that in mind. So we always try to give flavorful mechanics into the game, and I think we succeeded with that. Actually, we have a workshop, like every proper Victorian era magician should have a workshop, so we have that. In the workshop we have magic tricks that we can collect from here.
For example, the living piano, spirit hand, barricaded barrels. Most of these are actually existing tricks, by the way. All right.
So we did some research, but we also made up some, and we actually added a pinch of supernatural to this whole little bird.
Great.
Especially with the spiritual tricks, because we have 4 schools of tricks. We have mechanical tricks, spiritual tricks, mechanical.
Here. We'll make it like that.
Yeah, mechanical, spiritual, optical, and escape, of course.
Escape.
So these are themed, and also they also have specific payouts depending on the time.
And they're connected to the magicians that are.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. We have 8 magicians, and each school has 2 magicians associated with them. So, for example, our escape masters are the Master of Chains and the Red Lotus. So yeah, they have specific characteristics, a special school of magic that they are proficient in, and also they have a special ability that you can use in the advanced version of the game. Okay, yeah, and what's really cool about this game, I think, is that you can mix and match your tricks here in the workshop. You can have you can be fully proficient in your own school, but you can also dab into other schools of magic. And once you have your tricks here, you can actually create performances here in the theater, because these are evenings where you put on a magic show, actually. And these magic shows of course, they consist of individual magic tricks. So you can mix and match your tricks into these magic shows however you want. It's even possible that other players put their own magic tricks into your trick, and therefore making it a co-performance. So it's sort of a temporary cooperation at the end of each turn in the performance phase. And the performance phase actually goes by you have yourself as a magician as a placeable character as well. So if you he's very efficient. He has 3 action points. You use an action point system in this game, and he's just your most efficient guy. So anywhere he goes, he's very good at what he does, but he's the only one who can actually go to the stage during the placement phase and get ready for the performance. If he does that, he sort of sacrifices his actions, but at the end of the turn he can choose one of these performances in which he has he has at least 1 trick, and he can perform the whole performance. In this case, he is the headliner. The red player would also get some payout, but he as a headliner would get payout for his tricks and also massive bonus for being the headliner. This bonus also depends on how this performance is actually made up, how well the tricks mash up together. So you can create really flavorful performances, and actually this performance phase at the end of each turn is a really, really nice moment when people usually stand up and watch, okay, I'm gonna get a massive amount of fame, a massive amount of coins, and so I can...
Sort of you get the combinations. It reminded me a little of the Colosseum, where the theme was also making up the show, but for me it lacked the theme here, so you could tell that here the theme is that much more important, and that making the show feels really like you're making the grandiose show with full of tricks, and you feel like you're doing all the tricks, yeah?
Exactly. Exactly, and yeah, we have heard comparisons to Colosseum, and I admit that this is a little bit similar, but the rest of the game is actually a really deep and really complex worker placement game. So, so to get the ideal tricks prepared, lined up, getting the components for them, because each trick needs certain components to be prepared and moved even to the theater. That's a nice mind game, and it's also quite interactive because we have a programmed worker placement system. Since at the beginning of each turn, you have these location cards with all the locations you can go to, and the players plan their turn in advance, like putting the location cards under the characters. This is done simultaneously by everyone, and then when you're ready, you can just turn them face up, and you can see what others are planning. So you can react. So there's some player interaction here as well. We really wanted to put more player interaction in a worker placement game because that's sometimes lacking from them.
Competing in the show there. And I know that there's an expansion. We ourselves, we backed the Legend box, so we got the expansion side. For us, it's just the one big game. But for those who buy just the base game, why do they need the expansion also?
Yeah, well, the expansion, it's this little box here. Most of what's in here is actually all of what's in here is what we achieved through the Kickstarter campaign as stretch goals. In this pack we have a lot more cards, since there are magician powers, so-called magician powers, that are abilities your magician can learn. We have the Trickerion shards in the game, which is the third resource, so to say, next to coins and fame points.
So magical flavor to the game.
Yes, this is the magical flavor. These are used in the base game to give you additional action points, but with this expansion they get an additional roll, because if you check out the other side of the board, they actually can be seen here, you can unlock ability slots for your magician. As you gain more and more shards, you can build up from the bottom up, and each of these abilities can be added to those slots.
So you get that replayability, you get the variability. Each magician.
You get to customize your magician quite well with these.
Sort of it becomes asymmetrical.
Yes, absolutely. It already is, because some of the all magicians have abilities that are different from each other. But with this, they really become unique, so to say.
More unique.
And the other very nice thing I like about this expansion is, if you like to play with two players, then we have an additional two-player game variant here with some additional cards. What these cards do is that they lock out certain locations on the game board turn by turn, and it's changing dynamically. You always see what's not available this turn, and you always see what's not going to be available next turn, so you can plan ahead. Planning ahead is what the game is all about in general, but this also...
Cyclic variant is really important in the games when you make them from 2 to overcount the players. So, but the last question, when it will hit the retail, right? When it will do?
In about December, we estimate.
December.
Yeah.
Right now you are going to ship to the backers also, yeah?
Yes.
Great
until December, we want to ship to the backers before it hits retail, of course, but shortly after it should be available worldwide. And we have some copies for sale here as well, in Essen.
Great. So. And we should also say that they made a really wonderful Kickstarter campaign that was just without any flaws. It was great. We loved it. It's on time. So take a look at this game. I really like how they produced that, how they made the theme, and I hope this preview will give you more of that feel that you will buy this game and upgrade and make your own deluxe version out of that, for example. So,
all right.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.